this and make it so that if we don't give them the product, then guess what? They don't make any money until they change the rules. And of course, like I said, this was being talked about basically in 2019, 2020. So, like I said, I heard about that being part of the press and being a member of the media. So I did get to hear about it because it really wasn't publicized per se. But of course, it was brought to the media's attention. So we do get a lot of attention and informative information of stuff that a lot of times we don't promote or publicize to the public. So, like I said, that was something that was being talked about. That was in 2019, 2020. And Byron Scott was trying to help with that situation by, of course, getting uh, ownership of NBC and possibly, CBS and some cable distribution where they was going to have a higher tier bracket to put minority shows on a better tier and better time zones within the cable system and within the streaming industry. And Byron Scott is still in Supreme Court over this situation. So the case is still ongoing with Byron Scott about trying to get the distribution for media and TV shows where he can actually purchase the distribution online centers that he wants to do. So, like I said, let's get back to P. Diddy. So, being that I've explained the situation now, what was currently being talked about in 2019 and 2020, now all of a sudden we move 4 years later, right? And here we are, got P. Diddy being looked at briefly. And the next thing you know, P. Diddy is now the center of attention in every single way possible. And he's being looked at and being publicized as a black Jeff Epstein. So, like I said, who did he piss off? Because trust me, he pissed somebody off. Because always remember, when something happens and somebody's being attacked, you always got to think about who were they dealing with beforehand? Were they trying to do something to change the effects of the that was going to cause a major change in the world or in today's society? And also, you have to remember uh, who are they and what type of industry are they in. Those things are very important because those things are going to let you know that there's something else going on that you're not seeing that's happening behind the scenes. And that's why I'm saying right now, something's happening behind the scenes. I mean, I remember the one of the singers from I think it was Green Day. He was gonna supposedly report how some producers were doing sex trafficking, and next thing you know, he was found, overdosed in a hotel room, and even his parents said he wasn't one to use drugs, but yet he was found overdosed in his hotel room. So, like I said, just me giving out information, just letting you know certain things that has occurred, and of course, makes you ask the question why, makes you go, interesting. Very interesting indeed. So, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen to P. Diddy. I don't know how this is going to all turn out for the man. But I will say it's definitely becoming more and more interesting as each day passes. And I'm just curious to see what happens further because you got to remember now, P. Diddy knows a lot too. And he has a lot of information about a lot of individuals. So he can go down by himself or he can open up those doors and he can start speaking and let them know, hey, I'm not the only one. And go with, hey, you know what? If I'm going down, I'm taking them with me. So, it'd be interesting to see because, they do have him in one of the worst prisons, which really makes me think about that as well because, you're putting him in one of the worst prisons, right? That he could easily possibly get stabbed and die. So it makes me kind of wonder, are you waiting to see if he's going to decide to open his mouth and say, hey, I'm going to let some other people be notified, let you know about others that's connected with this so that he might accidentally die now? Or, I mean, what's the purpose of having him in that particular prison? Just saying, because that makes me wonder. Should make you wonder too if you really focused on the situation and focus on the issue at hand. But, a lot of people, they're just looking at the entertainment of it all. They're just looking at the situation of, oh, wow, P. Diddy did this. Oh, wow, now he did this. Oh, wow, you mean he was doing this? Oh, my God. Yeah, like I said, to them, it's just news and gossip. It's like, oh, I get to speak about this, hear about this, and tell other people what I've heard. And that's basically it. So a lot of people don't really care, to be honest with you. They don't care if the man dies or anything. A lot of people are already saying online, oh, he was a bad person. He deserves everything he gets and everything. I mean, that's the way humanity is, right? I mean, how many people really support you? Let's think about that. Honestly, when you think you have all these friends and family members, and the next thing you know, when you're going down in flames, you turn around saying, hey, who has a fire extinguisher? And next thing you know, you're looking around, and there's nobody out there with the fire extinguisher behind your back to help you. And you're like, what the hell? Where's my family and friends that I supposedly thought I had to support me and help me out when things go bad? Well, I guess they decided to dip out on you then, Skipper, because they're sure in the hell not here right now helping you, are they? No, they're not. But it's the way it is. It's sometimes you have to find out through experiences, through the worst experiences ever, who your family and friends truly are, and who really has your back and who really doesn't. Because that's when all the truth comes out. When you're falling down in flames, trust me, that's when you're going to find out who your true friends are. And that's when you're going to find out who you thought were your friends and who you thought was actually there to help you and really wasn't there, but just enjoying the opportunity of the things that they can get while they were around you. And I, for one, can say I have been definitely a suspect of that situation, and I have definitely endured and experienced it firsthand. And it has taught me a lot. And I am actually happy it happened because it kind of helps you to create a smaller circle of the true people that you need to be around and start to let you decide and understand who you need to focus on and who you shouldn't focus on. Because in truth, not everybody cares about you. They might smile in your face, they might look at you and pat you on the back, but you have no idea that you're the target with that big old knife that they're going to stab you in the back with because they either envy you, they hate you, they want what you have, or they feel like that you're better than them, smarter than them, and they don't like it. And their pride and their envy and their jealousy and their greed causes them to want to hurt you in every possible way to make sure that you go down in flames because if they can't have it, you shouldn't have it either. And a lot of women out there are like that. I've seen mothers where I've dated their daughters, and in all honesty, I gave their daughters the better life. And guess what? The mothers hated me for it. Yeah, you heard that right. The mothers hated me for giving their daughter a better life because guess what they looked at? Why should my daughter get a better life when I didn't have that life at my age, so they shouldn't have it at theirs? Well, you should be happy for your daughter. You should be happy your daughter actually gets the opportunity to enjoy their life, to be safe, to have the comforts and well-beings and everything that's being offered to them, and learning about life in a safe opportunity where they're not being injured, hurt in a mental, emotional, physical manner. No, you're just mad because they're going to do more things that you couldn't do at your age, or even at your current age that you are right now. I don't get it. I'll never understand it because parents always talk about they want the best for their kids, but then sometimes when their kids get the best, they're very jealous and envious and want to take it away. Go figure, right? I'll never understand it, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. P Diddy, good old Sean Puffy Combs. With the sex tape popping back out, with NSYNC talking bad about him, now he's going to testify on it, as well because he wants to get the opportunity to speak as well, which I think that's going to be a very interesting situation because I think by him testifying, I have a feeling that he's going to decide when he does testify whether to testify solely about him or whether to testify openly about others, depending on how this continues to play out. Remember, my friends, this is a game of chess, and everybody's watching the move to see who's going to move next and what move they're going to move. And I can assure you that in this game of chess, this is one of those where every move counts and every move matters. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens and how this all goes into effect for good old Sean Puffy Combs, aka P-Diddy. But I will say this again, always, always, ladies and gentlemen, ask the question, why? Not who, not when, not what, not how. Always ask the question, why? Until tomorrow, I will let you go thinking about the why. And I will say, stay around, but stay away from all the idiots. The contagiousness is becoming crucial. You don't want to become an idiot yourself. Now, do you?
Thanks for listening to your daily dose of shit talk show. If you have some insights, questions, or information of bullshit to pass on, please email us at momentousevents@aol.com. Make sure to come back daily to hear some new shit about money, business, life, and who knows what else as I take a dump on the toilet.